Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Andrea. Today I'm going to be starting a new series on the channel. I know that the channel is new and I'm a baby YouTuber, but I want to help as many people as I can that want to get in this travel, start this travel life in the healthcare field. I want to help as many people as I can. So in a video a couple of weeks ago, I gave my email address and I just said it, and I'm like, I didn't put it on the screen. I'm like, if people really are interested, they're gonna pause, they're gonna get the email address, and they're gonna reach out to me. And guess what? They did. So those that reached out to me, I did email them back and I asked them, were they okay with me reading the question in a video and giving them the information that way? I also let them know that I will be willing to do a coaching call with them as well. Let's get into the first one. I have my phone because I am going to read the email. And it says, hey, good evening. My name is... I'm reaching out to you because I've been watching a few of your Money Monday vlogs for traveling because I'm interested in becoming a travel CNA and have been getting myself to transition into becoming one. I also live in Colorado, and I won't say what city she was specific where she lives. I won't say that. She did note that the African grill restaurant that I ate at in the beginning of it's like my second or third vlog. She said she does not live far from there. She said she was just telling her man that she's wanting to take her first contract in Colorado to see how it goes and if it's something that she'd like to continue doing, and she wanted some advice on how to get to the bag. So we did go back and forth in email. She also let me know that she does work in a facility in Colorado where she lives, and she's looking to travel maybe the middle or end of December. So thank you so much for the email and allowing me to not just bring you the content and the information, but also because I felt like if I do it in a video, I could potentially help someone else who has those exact same questions. So here we go. She lives in Colorado. She wants a local travel assignment, and she does have a full-time job. What else? So let's just start there. So my advice to her, and we did talk, she and I exchanged numbers. We have had multiple conversations. We've been going back and forth through text and email. I have given her full access to me because I do want to help. Okay, so first things first, she has a CNA license. We know that. She has her experience in long-term care, no hospital experience. So if you all have watched some of the other Money Monday vlogs, there were contracts in Colorado. Some of them are not far from her at all. So this is what I would advise if you're in a situation like this. If this goes for her and to anyone else watching the video, if you are wanting to stay local, there's a such thing as a local contract, and there's also a thing such as agency, which would give you per diem, and there's also travel assignments that you can all do right there in your state and even in your city. Let's get into the facts. So if you're looking for a travel assignment because you're wanting to make the most, you wanting that tax-free stipend, you need to make sure that your address that you list, pay attention to what I'm saying. I did not say the address on your driver's license. I said the address that you put is 50 miles away. 50 miles. That is what you have to have to get that tax-free stipend. You have to be 50 miles away from that facility. Okay, so that gives you the stipend. So I told her she has a full-time job. Do not quit your job, because contracts can be, most contracts are at will, where you can quit them. They can drop you at any time, whether it be the census is low or they hire staff and no longer need you. They can get rid of you and end your contract at any point. So my advice would be to anyone in this position, drop down to PRN. You may be tired, you may get burnt out, but make sure you pick up the required shifts and work the required hours in that monthly time frame, especially if you're local. That should not be hard. If you're working let's say you're on a 36-hour contract or a 40-hour contract, work your 5/8 or your 3/12. Pick up one shift a week at your PRN to stay in good standing, because you never know when you're going to need to go back and you don't want to burn bridges. Make sure you do that. Also, you drop down the PRN. The next thing is, before you drop down to PRN, go ahead and ask them for a copy of your, if you don't have a copy of your BLS, if they have it on file, get a copy of your BLS. Get a copy of your TB skin test if they have it on file. If you've gotten your flu vaccine already this year, get a copy of that. Any of those basic requirements that I put in a previous video that you're gonna need, go ahead and get those things and get your file together. Have everything needed so that when you speak with the recruiter, you can go ahead and be prepared to submit all that information. Okay, so you're gonna go drop down to PRN, but prior to doing so, you're gonna get all of your basic requirements to build your portfolio. You want to make sure your resume does include whatever the job is. If you're going for behavioral health, make sure you have behavioral health experience listed on the resume. If it's a hospital position, make sure you have something like med surg, telemetry, whatever it is you do. Make sure that you have that experience listed on your resume, 6 months to a year experience. Also, once you talk to your recruiter, if you're in the state, you already have the state license, but if you're looking for a different state, go ahead and apply for those licenses. Don't wait. What's next? I take notes straight off the dome with this one because I've already spoke with her and we talked, but I wanted to bring the information because someone else may need it as well. Okay, so now you want to go ahead and you want to start reaching out to those companies. I did refer her to an agency that I've worked with, and I did give her the recruiter information that I use as well, and I hope that's working out for her because it was a new recruiter, and so I haven't had an opportunity to really build a rapport with that recruiter, so I hope it's working out well for you. Also, don't just apply with that one company. Apply for at least 3 companies. Build your portfolio. I did speak on agency. Go ahead, download those apps. You have Nursa, and I'm naming the ones that I know have really good paying shifts in Colorado. If you're just looking to supplement your income and maybe you don't want to get tied into a contract, I have them on my phone because I'm in Colorado right now. I have Nursa, Clipboard, Shift Key, IntelliCare is a good one. Get on Indeed. I think I did send her another contract that's in Colorado as well. Let me see, because if anybody here is in the Colorado area and want this information, I want to make sure that I make it available to anyone that needs it. Yes, so Grand Junction, Colorado. For PCT, this is working in the hospital. It's paying $15.20 a week, and that's for 36 hours. They also have CNA in Fort Collins paying up to $55 an hour for CNA/caregiver. Get on Indeed and do your research. There's so many ways to supplement your income when you're in a larger city like that, closer to the Denver area, Aurora, places like that. There's so many opportunities out there. So we spoke about that. I did not tell her about those on Indeed. I'm gonna have to forward them to you, but if you're watching this and you see them, go ahead and jump on Indeed and do your research there, because there's plenty available. She stated in the email she does not want to start traveling until mid to the end of December. You want to start right now because it takes time to get through credentialing. That is one of my top tips. Be patient. So and with being patient, you need to start the process early, because if you're saying I don't want to travel to mid-December to late December and you start December the 1st, you're probably not going to have a contract in January. Maybe February, depending on the recruiter, because we have to remember we're not the only person that recruiter is working with. You're gonna have to go through credentialing, and that is a process. We know that it's a process. It takes time, so you have to be patient. So you have to give them time to get you through credentialing. Then there's the assessments. Once you're done with assessments, then because they have to build your profile. They have to take time to build the profile. Then they'll start sending it out to those companies, those contracts that are open that you're interested in. So it takes time. Give yourself a good 30 days to build your profile, go through credentialing, get the assessments, because if you work a full-time job, if you have a family, and I know for a fact that this young lady does not, when I say a family, she's not married and she doesn't have children married, I don't think, but I know she does not have children. So for those that have children, you need time. You may not have time to go to work and work all day, come home, cook, feed kids, do assessments. So use your time wisely. You got to get through the assessments and through credentialing so that you can, because again, let me just say this. I'm sorry. It's a lot going on in this parking lot. It's like, we're not, yes, COVID is still there, but it's not like it was when a lot of people started traveling during COVID. These facilities were so hard up and so desperate. They were taking anybody. So no, they are vetting through these resumes. They are going through these resumes. They are doing their research and they are doing their due diligence. So you do yours. Do not get declined for a contract that you really want or may even really need because you did not take out the time to do your due diligence, make your profile be up to par, get that resume intact. If you need help getting your resume together, I do have someone that can help. Yes, she is going to charge you. I'm probably the only person out here doing stuff for free. People want to be compensated for their time, and I get it. I just don't, I don't care. I love people and I love to help people because I love to see everybody be successful. So like I said, I've done a free coaching call. I've done a couple of free coaching calls at this point, and I'm going to do more. So if you need help, get at me while I have nothing but the time. So, and I think that's it. So you have the travel, local. When you do a local assignment, you do not get a stipend, but you do get a higher hourly rate. So let's just say you're going to be working at the after hour clinic, and I only said that because I'm looking at this thing and it says after hour laundry and I just threw clinic in. So random. So you're applying for the after hour clinic in your local area. They pay their staff $15 an hour. Well, they now have a contract that's 9 weeks, and because you're a contract worker, they're going to pay you $30. They're going to double what they're paying. So as a local contract worker, you get a higher taxable amount but no stipend. So there is a difference between a local assignment and a travel assignment. That travel assignment, you have to be more than 50 miles away to get the tax-free stipend. And then for a local, you just get a higher hourly rate that is taxed. I hope everybody understands that. If you just opt out for per diem, picking up shifts through agencies, Snap has per diem shifts. A lot of these agencies have per diem shifts. Do your research, download these apps, get on there, create a profile and see what they have. I wanted to share this information. If you find this video helpful, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel because there's going to be more. I have other emails that I'm going to read and do a review on. I hope I was able to answer any questions. If you need more information, more details, please leave it in the comment. Shoot me an email to Andrea, ANDRIA, Latrice, LATRICE 24 @gmail.com. I'm gonna assist in any way that I can. So quick recap. I feel like I said a lot, but I feel like I was all over the place. Build a profile with the company, especially if you already have someone who's referring you to a company like I did her. Create your profile. Get all of your needed documents to get through credentialing from your current employer before you drop down to PRN. You want to do it in a timely fashion. You want to give them a 2-week notice because what you do not want to do is leave them in a bind. You go take your contract thinking you finna get all this money and then you get cut. I see it happen all the time. Don't screw yourself. So you want to be very professional with it. You want to do not give them a verbal 2-week notice. You want to give them a written 2-week notice. Especially once you spoke with the recruiter and you know you've been submitted for a position, you need to let them know, hey, I'm giving my current employer a 2-week notice. Recruiters understand. Let the recruiter know. You don't talk to your employer. You talk to your recruiter. Your recruiter will work with you and get you the start date that you need and can help work around those times. So make sure you do that.